Hey, YouTubers, it's your boy Domination. This is back in the base. You're gonna do since I would do text baby. Man, that is back. You know what it is. It is. All the place, 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 go get it. All the place, all the place, all the place, go get it. All the place, go get it. It's right by the base. You're gonna do since I would do text baby. Man, that is back. You know what it is. Real men rise up. Fake men rise down. Real women rise up. Fake women rise down. Right to word, preacher, preacher. And today's topic we're going to talk about is Made in Africa. Why I want to do this video? Did you know that Africa is the original of humanity? Mankind was originated from. Man was originated in Africa. And this is a fact. It got something to do with black community or the Homo sapiens. It got something to do with that after they met the Neanderthals and met with the Asian brothers and sisters. I forgot what they called, decent advice or something like that. I forgot what they called. And for those who know, give me a name of Asians in the early days of human, when the human world was existing human world. You know what I'm talking about. Did you know Africa was the original foundings of writing, fine arts, science, and reading and writing? Did you know that? Even mathematics. This is why they don't want black people to read. Why do you think they don't want black community to read? Because we discovered reading and writing. That's why. We discovered reading and writing. If you don't believe me, I'm gonna show y'all something. Because at first you would think that even though black people are the tribe of Ham, if it's true that the black community was started from humanity over there, right along with other races with us, that explains it that we're not the most like. Because they believe that cursing the Ham theory. They believe this. People need to study their Bible. Mostly these racist, rhetoric racist motherfuckers. They believe this. Even our own believe this. Look this stuff up. Because black people are the tribe of Ham. And many other races came from out of tribe of Ham. Whites, Asian, and everybody else. And the Chapet is Europeans. Shem is Asians. Middle East, whatever. Native Americans and Latino came along with Chapet, Ham, and Shem. Right along with it. I'm going to show y'all something for this. I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all. If y'all want to know what the original term, the Negro, came from, the creator of the term Negro is the inevitable as the friendliness of the name Negro is origin and the is used as evil and Richard B. Moore. The name that you respond to the receipt to find that is the amount of your work, your self worth and philosophy and as the way of the as a group of people as a collective and respond to a name can have as disaster effects of their lives. And part of it if they did not even chose the name. Asians are from Asia and they had pride in Asia. Europeans is come from Europe, have pride in Europe accomplishments. Negro, I am instrument as the come from the Negro land as it mentions it of a country with the unimaginable past and even in the remote and unimaginable future. Since the Negro is Negro land is a myth where is the myth of the Negro origin and the key to understanding what a Negro is to understand the definition of the word and the region. The word Negro is a Spanish word for black. Spanish language is come from Latin, which is the origin in the classical Greek. The word Negro in the Greek is the receiver of the rooted word navio, means dead. What is once were referred as the physical condition is the now is regression as the present rate as the state of for a millions of Africans. And history meant when the Greeks first
when the Greeks first, when the actual in history, when the Greeks first traveled to Africa 2.55 years ago, the Egypt is a simple Egypt of citizens. Egypt simply is already ancient. The Great Pyramid over 3,000 years ago is the as a supplement. It was even older in writing, science, medicine, and religion, already a part of the civilization, and have a reach of this incentive as the Greeks was coming to the Africa as students to sit at the feet of the masters and discover and to discover that Africans already knew. And every student every student and teacher's relationship to the student can teach as just as much as the student is capture of the understanding. Egypt is like Egypt is just like the Africans to understand the existence of beyond a gift, and ancient worship is a way of what a knowledge as the lives of the people who is come before you who come before you, and the prophets into the offer and the guidance and direction to the live. The temple was designed as the place where is the ancient could be honored as the holidays where the ancient could be honored in holidays where the days are designed to do so. That's where this whole holidays were. And Egypt has 100 of the temperament and the thousands of holidays to worship their ancestors. The Greeks thought that the Africans had succeeded with death. The act of the ancient was worship, becoming also known as the Nebuchadnezzar, or the common with death. This is what the term nigger came from, a negro. This is where this term came from. Look this up. And the root of the word Nabio means dead. Another word for Nabio is magic. It's something to do with this. As the old black magic, which was practiced in ancient Africa, where the Greeks would return to Europe, as they take it in the discourse of the beliefs with them, and the word Nabio is re-involved out of this great misunderstanding. See, this is where this word comes from. And I think the Caucasians know it and Asians know what this word meant. A lot of them don't even know. Even if some black Africans know, or most blacks know, or some blacks don't know. Less than the 3,000 years after the first Greeks was coming to Egypt as the students, their descendant is returned and accomplishment as they destroyed the cities and the temple and as the liberties of the Egyptian and the claim that African knowledge as they own. Not only that African was history. Not only that African legacy was stolen, but it also is the worldwide sale that left of the Africans soon followed with the birth of slave trade as beginning of necessary to dehumanization of Africa, and the dividement of the history as worth as a people in order to surely as divided as slaves, as so that you had the Negro as a race of dead people who with a dead history, no hope from resistance as long as they remain ignorant of the past. This is a triple death, and the death of the mind, body, and spirit of the African people. It is strictly forbidden for Negro slaves to learn to read and write, much as the knowledge was the key to civilization and was a place was be fulfillment out of reach as the Negro becomes educated. However, as assumed as is to redefine themselves as a civilization of the word Negro is come from color to black to African representation of self-awareness as a free people. We have the responsibility to educate ourselves as the discover as our identity. And knowledge as itself is the key to unlock to the door to the future. See, this is what the term Negro means. Now you wonder why they do not want black community read. They had a premium show on BET called Books of Negroes. What they trying to say that black people can't read. And why you think they don't want black people to read? It's because it's just said it right here. Africans discovered reading and writing. And I bet you the motherfucking racists know this shit and that term Negro because they practice that magic. No, because they look at black community as a dead race. And who's the people they're describing, who the people they're talking to? Black Americans. I bet you Africans know this. I bet you African Americans know this. Even the term Africa. Africa come from the Roman slave word of when we're saying African Americans, basically we're saying we're conquered American. We're conquered people. And what they gonna treat you like what? Conquered people. Like Europe. A lot of people don't know that Europe come from a Greek slave woman sitting on a Taurus bull. She the real whore of Babylon. I'm telling you, you can look this stuff up. The same building is the Temple Barber building. I bet you is the European Union building over there in Europe. You can look this stuff up and you can look it for yourself. Asia come from the word Asia. It's come from of Ramesses' mother. It explains why there's so much racism. And then I come to find out the Ku Klux Klan, not only they come from South Carolina, where New Bern, where the original burning cross from, the 3 different crosses, but the original of the name Ku Klux Klan come from all the way from Switzerland, switch banks, switch doctors, switch account. That explains it with the flaming red six and claim that Wycliffe stole some money from Hurricane Katrina, but it really was a FEMA camp, and the damn Red Cross are the ones that stole the money from people from New Orleans. They knew that New Orleans was a black city. So is Chicago. So is Washington, D.C. So is New York City. So is Detroit. Even all that, even Atlanta. Where do you think Atlanta came from? Atlanta come from the Atlantis city, the lost city of undersea water, Atlantis. They had a mountain. They talking about they couldn't find Atlantis, but Atlantis is another word for Lance. Mountain. You can look this stuff up. It explained by that they believe this Aryan race theory. That explains that some say that Ethiopia is part of the Aryan race, right along with the Indians and the Germans people and all this other stuff, and very of the religion and certain ethnicity they were and all that, because they mix it up with Turk and Great Britain. That explains a lot. And also Greek. I didn't know Greek was another word for oral sex. I did not know anal sex. I didn't know Greek was another word for anal sex. A lot of people don't know the Romans and Greece was the original Democrats Republican before Thomas Jefferson and between James Madison was discovered all this. People, please look it up. Understand this. This is why black community was hated so much. And I bet you the so-called racists know it because the white Americans, they are missing link or a part of us. They can deny this all they want to, but you got to ask yourself. This is why they call the black community. They are the most forgiving and forgiving people in the world. We like to forgive all the time. We look at deep down. We come from these people. But now, yeah, we come from these people, but these people come from us. If it wasn't for them, yeah, it wouldn't be TVs and radio, even the flag and all that. It wouldn't be for Asians and whites. I give them that, but what would this world would be if it wasn't for blacks? I want to know what the racists asked that. I don't care if they call every name in the goddamn book. When people call you a monkey, what they're saying to you, quit being a fool around, quit kidding around. Be serious for once. That's what they're saying to you when they call you a monkey. When they call you an ape, they're basically saying to you, you just crazy, you just mad. I mean, I don't take white brothers and sisters seriously because they said the same thing about them when the Irish people, when the original term rednecks, but they call them redlegs because white people were slaves by their own people, and enslaved other people, slaved them, and black people, our people, slaved them, and their people slave us. Everybody slave everybody, and slavery. But the real slavery is the slaving of the mind, man. I'm against racism, white racism, black racism, Muslim racism. I'm against racism, period. And we need to do something about these races, because that explains why. Where you think the original money came from? The original money. Everybody know the money came from the Dollar Tree. That's where this money comes from. The gold, the silver, all this stuff that you would think. People will never say this. If black communities inferior people say it is, why they built the civilization over there in Africa then? From all the way from the indigenous people in the United States. Negroes are the real indigenous people in the United States. I'm Aboriginal. I'm Aboriginal. And everybody else come from original out of us, and everybody original without us, it wouldn't be out us without them, out them without us. You got to look at that. This is why they hate black Americans so much. This is why they hate Africans. This is why they hate a lot of this stuff going. Even our own people sold us out. Just like Europeans sold their own people out. Every other race and group did this. But it's these elite people. Why do you think they want to control Africa so much? Because they know the original humanity starts from there. They knew it was there from the Homo sapiens and the Neanderthals and all the rest. They found the 5 original skulls, what they claimed what the race came from. They said the Caucasian race was the white race. They say the Mongol race was but the yellow. They said the Mongol skull was a yellow race. They say the Malay race was the Malay people is the brown race. They say the Ethiopian was the black race. They said American is the red race, American Indian. That explains a lot. They broke everybody's group. They judge on people's skulls and skulls people's shape, but they won't keep interbred with their same ways, but not outbred with the other races of people, because they come from original form of original people where it all started from. And I'm out, man. But you got to ask yourself why all this stuff is coming, and that explains why they hate the man who's in office right now. Even the so-called racist people do not like Obama. They know Obama's half white. They know it. And there are some people who are non-white. It's just like there's some people know there are non-blacks out here. There are white people running around, got black blood in them. Asians too, and everybody else. How can people deny this and sit there and say they're not? They still believe that curse of the ham theory. They still believe they part from others. They got certain characteristics just like us, certain characteristics like them. Fuck all this superior, inferior shit. Fuck all that. Pay what the old word started at. Nothing else I can say and anything I can say anymore. And that's all I got to say about that. It's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Basic Chuckle to do. This is how we do text pay. Until next time, all right? All right. Peace and I'm out.